Hey, good evening, Micromep here with another post-market recap on a wild day today. The stock futures rise after Fed decides to hold rates steady. Let's take a look at what the regular session did. Now the markets were gyrating up and down. At one point, I think I saw the S&P up 50. Dow Jones was up 87 points. S&P up down 17, Nasdaq down 52, small caps up 6, and the VIX down 26 cents to 1539. Um, Fed meeting recap: Powell pretty much rules out a hike as central bank's next move. And they cut back on quantitative tightening, which they called QT, which is AKA print less money. Um, so Powell says he wants shrinking of balance sheet to be smooth. Let's see, downplay stagflation concerns. Bullshit. Sorry, excuse me. Um, politics not a factor in rate decision. Bullshit. Sorry, I must have allergies. 5.25 to 5.5. The Dow surged to 500 points, but everything came back. I knew we would have some gyration. Um, I wanted to see what they went on the balance sheet on the QT. Um, so this is what I was talking about. They decided to cut the Treasury runoff from its balance sheet to 25 billion from 60 billion. It could have gone to 30 billion. So that's hawkish. That's good news. That's not hawkish. Uh, they're doves. They're hawk meaning that they want higher interest rates, less printing of money, and dovish. Talking about doves, it's like pigeons playing in my tree right now. It's funny. Um, dovish means that they want to print money. Um, it's funny. The birds are playing. I don't know if they give you. I think it was this. This was the amount from 60 billion. They're gonna tighten to 25 billion, so less than what they're supposed to. I think that I wonder what the Fed's balance sheet is. Um, I don't know if we can see it here. Fed's balance sheet. I want to say they're at least 8 trillion. They're under 8 trillion right now. They got up to almost 9. Yeah, so they're basically now at 7.5 trillion. But they're gonna have to ramp this up because who's gonna monetize the government's debt? See, the government sells bonds to meet its financial obligations, that's Social Security, entitlements, social programs, roads. That's what we pay taxes, but they're running deficits. So they sell bonds, and other countries buy the bonds. They lend us the money. Basically, you're buying a bond and you're gonna get paid in dollars in the future at an interest rate within. It's basically an IOU in dollars, but interest rates have climbed, so interest rates on the budget of the government has become like the third line item. I think it passed the fence with interest rates the way they are. So we'll see what happens, but the Fed has to print more money to buy those bonds, and that's what's called monetize the debt. Well, anyways, let's go to the futures. The 10 years up 3 bips to 461. The dollar is at down 59 cents to 105.63. We got oil. Oil got slapped today. Oil was down. Let's see what kind of news we have on oil. I think they call it Earl. Back. All right, let's see oil. What happened to oil today? Oil falls to 79 barrels, 7-week low as stockpiles surge on lackluster demand. Lackluster, sorry, demand. So yeah, cheers. Milk, leche. So yeah, oil got hit today, which is good for inflation. It's good for everybody, but we'll see how long that lasts. Because oil is priced in dollars, and I think the dollar probably hit a peak here, and we should see it roll over, in my opinion. And we're gonna see markets higher, and we're gonna see commodity prices higher. So stay invested for the long haul. S&P up 16, 50, 62. Gold up 20 to 23.31. Now gold this week I saw it under, I think it was on Monday, it was under 2300. So we've had a nice bounce back. I don't know if those birds are doing a nest there. They're like playing. Um, Copper 457. Small caps up 11 over 2000. Bitcoin up 935. We're well under 60K at 58,290. So the Bitcoins got hit pretty hard. And gold is hanging in there. It's warm in here. Sorry, I gotta turn on my air. Remember, I live in Miami, where it's humid and hot. So we gotta deal with hurricane season. Um, Nasdaq 76 to over 17.5. Dow Jones up 87 to 38,156. Palladium and platinum still well under 1,000. Grains don't open till 8 p.m. Natural gas still under $2. The proteins, we had the hogs. Well, feeders were flat, hogs were flat, and cattle was flat. And those are your futures. I don't really get into oats. That's a very thinly traded market. And no cocoa prices were making all-time highs. On the trade front, in the TD account, I had 5 fills today. Oh, I got filled. I did a broken wing butterfly in Skyworks Solution. I bought 100 shares of New Gold, a miner. I did a broken wing butterfly in Pinterest. I sold a put credit spread in Norwegian Cruise Line and Starbucks. So those are 5 fills there. And then in the TD, in the Tasty Trade account, I got hammered in Super Microcomputer, which I did a YouTube short. I'll come back to that one. I'll show you what I did. I closed my Amazon for 50% profit. I sold a put credit spread in AMD. I did another put credit spread in marijuana Telray. I closed Freeport McMoran for 50% profit. I closed PepsiCo for about $20, $30 profit. I added to my XBit small cap biotech name, just 5 shares. I'm accumulating shares as it goes higher, counterintuitive, but stocks going up to the right. I closed GDX for 50% profit, and I did more put credit spreads in Canopy Growth, another marijuana weed play, and ACB. Let me talk to you about rolling. So out an SM super microcomputer had good earnings, and they got clobbered down $120. Actually, in the after hours, they're up to 751. So what did I do? Let me pull up here symbol SMCY CI, and let's pull back. I don't think I've been in this. Yeah, so I've only been in the trade for not even 2 weeks. I put the first trade on 417, so about 2 weeks ago. That's what the filter says. 2 weeks ago, I put in the initial trade. I sold the 900 895 put credit spread. I collected $170. Obviously, Super microcomputers got destroyed. The price is at 750, right? I did add risk, but I feel good with super microcomputers. They have good earnings. I think they have a lot of growth ahead of them with AI. And they're actually, I don't think they're overvalued to with the prospects that they have. So what did I do? I did add risk. So trade at your own discretion. I rolled out what I had, which expires in 2 days. You can see here, right here, in 2 days, this Friday. I rolled it out to June 21st, which is 51 days out, right? And I rolled it all the way down and I sold the 740. I went all the way down. I sold the 740 put and bought the 720 and I collected another $530 in credit. So basically, I have $1.70 right here and 530. So that's basically six and another dollar, $7 in credit. $700 I've collected on selling premium on super microcomputer. So what is my break even? Micromep's break even is 740, which is my short strike. I have the 720 for protection. 740 minus $7, which I collected. So my break even is $733 on the stock. Right now we're trading at 751. So maybe in the next 51 days, if super microcomputers by any chance bounces back up 50, $70, whatever on a big update, I can buy this back for $3.50, let's say, and I made a 50% profit. And that's the beauty of selling options. It gives you, if you still have the same assumption and IV rank is high, it's still high, it's 33, then you can stay in the trade and stay alive. As opposed to if you buy options, remember they're decaying assets. So why would you roll something that you can't get a credit? You're paying for it. So that's just my thought process on that. I hope that was a little bit educational for you. And those were my trades today. So on this account, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, and 5, 15. Yesterday I had 27. So I've been pretty active this week. Not bad. In the after hours, well, let's take a look at what's trending in the after hours. We have NEO up 11%, a Chinese EV maker. Carvana blew it out of the water. I think this stock is trading at 115. This thing is up 37% in the day on the day. Incredible. Amazon up 2%, SoFi up 2.5%. I have put credit spreads in those. And alt, I don't have anything on alt. That's trending up 9%. And that's that. Let's take a look at the earnings. And I'm loving the engagement. The channel's having so much success. The YouTube shorts for you content creators that might be inclined to starting a channel. I want to give a shout out to Tejas. Haven't seen him mention any comments in the videos, but he's an OG, an original subscriber, and there's been times that I've just been overwhelmed with work or life, just stuff in general, and don't stay consistent. And I've been consistent, and I want to thank him personally for staying on top of me and always texting me and not texting me, but putting comments, hey, to do a video, and I really appreciate that. But the channel's up to 509 subscribers. I got a little trophy here, 500 subscribers, and it's been working. The YouTube Shorts, if you're starting to do videos, first thing to do is do it on something you love. I love the markets. I'm passionate about the stock market. I have been since I was in college. Um, and it's, I've had my good times and bad times. But, in 2020, I had a very successful, was it 20? Yeah, 2020, 21, had a really successful run. and it gave me some financial freedom. So I was able to I took a lot of gains and I was able to pay off an investment apartment, and that one basically pays my house, which I don't think it makes sense to pay off with a 2.9 interest rate, which I don't think we'll ever see again for a long time. So, and I have equity in both, so it really it really uh, does help if you stay educated and if you like this stuff. If you're passive, then you're passive. But I think that this is a great opportunity for the future kids generation. Better said. I'll be 50 soon, so but I love to trade, and I think I'll trade till the day I croak. It's something that I'll probably do till when I'm older. I love it. And think about it. And I treat it as a business. I wake up every day and I try and do analysis. Um, I really don't do a lot of technical analysis. I do look at the charts and stuff like that, but it's not a big determining factor. I look at more if the options are expensive, and then I gather some strategies, and that's the beauty of options. Instead of just buying a stock, and and in today's age, I really, really encourage today's generation, younger generations, or whoever is looking for a side hustle or a hobby or is really passionate about this. I've always mentioned it here before. I've really self-taught myself watching Tasty Trade. Kudos to those guys. They're a great network and great people, and they put a funny spin on the education. You can learn from them, and also in Thinkorswim has good stuff too. Uh, but if you want, you're just not gonna learn it in one day. You gotta breathe it. You gotta read it, or whatever way is best for you to learn. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos for years, and I learned a lot of strategies, and I was learning the Greeks and the futures and all that stuff, and how to better weight the portfolio. um, and one of the key things is trading small, not getting letting your ego get in the way and getting too big. Um, but it's a good opportunity for today's generation, younger generations, or whoever. Um, but you gotta look at it as your own business, and come to work in the office every day. It's something you could do. Most jobs today are behind the computer, and kudos to the guys and girls that work out in the field and do the hard labor. Something I wish I was a little bit more physical. I don't know how many steps I've gotten in today, um, but it's important to do exercise as well. Yeah, I still gotta get some more steps in. But yeah, learn your options. So and chime into the channel. So thank you for all the new subscribers that are on board. I know I went on a little rant there. Um, Earnings front. I know we let's take a look at what we had today. The Wingstop report today? No, I don't think so. Today's Wednesday, so let's see what the biggest winners was. Wow, Fastly down 28. The Fastly was a stock that was way up there. I want to say Fastly was easily a $60 stock. Yeah, 3 years ago, 60 was their top. There it is, $8. You see how things change? It's really crazy. That's another thing. You look at things over the years, and you look at stocks, they're gone. Companies gone. It's mind-boggling. So they are Fastly down. Freshworks down 22 bucks, 22%. Sorry. Aztec Industries 19. Look at Netgear. Netgear down 20%. Netgear was a stock that was up there. I mean, they were way up there before. Let's look at the 3 year chart. Netgear was a $40 stock. They reported a loss of 28 cents. So they're losing money. Gotta make money. CVS destroyed, down 16%. Now I have a put. You guys are gonna laugh, but you can see it here. I have a put 625 days out. I have a 45 put in CVS, and I didn't buy this today. I've had this position for a while. It's up $30 now. But I'm sure as CVS keeps going down, this is gonna be juicy. Um, CVS is a $70 billion retailer. 70 billion. Walgreens is 15 billion. I looked at it and said, and they were much higher when I put on that position. So when I put in that trade, and I'm just holding it. I bought that CVS long put. Um, let's see here. Maybe a while back. Wow. How many days is this? Oh, this is wrong. Let's go over here. Oh, it only goes back till, I don't even think it goes that. I don't think oh, right here. I bought it in October of 23 for $3.05. So my break even is 40, 42. But I have 2 years. I thought that their business model, I thought that we're gonna be in trouble. So that's playing out, I guess. MRAM $6. Dash Dash down 15%. Corvo down 15%. Norwegian 14. Estee Lauder's no, it's gonna destroy 11. Etsy down 11. Etsy's another one that I think I have for it to go down over time. I have the 35 put in Etsy. 2 years away from now. What's Etsy's market cap? Etsy is 8 billion. Can we cut that in half? Possibly. Did they make money? Let's see. Did they make money? I think they did make money. I'm trying to see what the earnings per share was. They had an EPS miss, but I think they did make money. They made 48 cents, it says here. Whatever. Global payments 109, down 11%. A lot of losers. Let's see what the biggest winners were. EBS, Carvana, SDRX. It's funny, I closed New York Bank yesterday. I made my money and I got lucky. So you guys stay engaged and look at the uh, at the earnings. Summit. I did hold on to Summit. It's a biotech name, and the chart was looking good. And I'm up 32% on Summit. I got 100 shares at 353. Trading at 4. Last trade was 470. I'm holding my Summit. Therapeutics. What kind of news they had? Trading higher after the company reported Q1. Uh, wow, they only lost 6 cents, up from $1.43. Wow, so they'll soon be profitable. I have that one. What else? Garmin was up 13%. C.H. Robinson 12%. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Look, Herbalife with the Ozempic must be in trouble. Yeah. So those are the ones. Let me see who's tomorrow. Let's take a look at earnings with Wesper and wrap it up with videos. And I'll probably do some. Maybe I'll do some shorts on Carvana and stuff like that. Those shorts seem to be working and helping out the channel. Tomorrow, oh wow! Tomorrow we have Apple. Big old Apple after the bell. Wow. Apple after the bell. Most anticipated Thursday before the bell. Novartis, I think it is, Novo. They do weight loss drug, Moderna, Peloton, Canadian Natural Resources, Shake Shack, Zoetis, ConocoPhillips, Wayfair, Cigna, Penn International, Apache, and InMode. And then after the bell, we have big old Apple, Coinbase, DraftKings, Amgen, Expedia. Another fun-filled day tomorrow. So, anyways, I'll do some YouTube shorts. That's the action that I saw today. They're gonna cut down on the tightening. Um, that's not restrictive. That's inflationary, folks. Get your precious metals. Stay invested. Emerging markets. If you want to be in emerging markets, you can go with EEM or just Google emerging markets or international ETFs and get some exposure out of dollars. I think the dollar might have hit a top and we're going to start to roll over here. They're not going to tighten. They're just going to cut rates and they're going to go back to QE eventually. It's the only way. Anyways, have a good night. Stay safe. God bless. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.